What's up guys, Alex from FIFA Scouting Tips here, and welcome to Season 2, Episode 8 of Pompey Youth Stars. Just before I get started, I want to say a really big thank you to everyone who's signed up for my newsletter on the website, on FIFAScoutingTips.com. I'm going to be putting that out every week. I think I'm going to be doing it on Monday evenings, and basically it's like a roundup of all my articles and videos I published in the past week, so you can catch up if you've missed anything. Also, I'm going to be looking at some of the best young players added to the game in the squads that particular week, so if you missed them you'll get the info from me, and also going to be looking out for some special deals on all kinds of gaming stuff. So if I find a really good bargain out there, I'm going to put that in the newsletter so you guys can have a look at that as well. If there are any games or consoles or anything like that you're interested in getting, you'll see it in my newsletter, because if they're on offer. If you've got any suggestions of what else you want me to put in the newsletter, let me know, and I'll look at doing that as well. Also, before I get started, don't forget the Scouting Gold contest is going on still. It's on best 16-year-old players. All the info for submitting your entries to that will be at the end of this video, so make sure you stick around for that. So let's get on with this episode. We have this match against Bolton. If we go to the league table, we can see they're only one position behind us. They're in 6th, we are in 5th. They're 2 points behind us. So this is a fairly important game, and I'm going to be playing important games against rival teams up in the higher reaches of the championship. So let's play this game. Let's get on with it and see if we can get a win. We had a great start to the game. After only 5 minutes, Pender picked up the ball, dodged the sliding tackle and fired off a shot. Only just wide. It's a very decent effort from long range, because I know he has decent long shots on him. From this angle it wasn't quite as close, but I did get a nutmeg on the way through. But it was just a sign that I was coming out early and I wanted to try and get the early goal and put them under some pressure, and that carried on. Shortly afterwards, Bong got blatantly blocked off there, but he just barged his way through, kept on going, and fired off a shot that was blocked and then cleared. But that was after 10 minutes, so 2 decent efforts after 10 minutes. I was really going out for this one. East whipped in a great cross, goalkeeper had to come out and punch it clear, and so then pretty quickly in the game we were really putting them under pressure, but they managed to strike first. A nice little 1-2 on the edge of the box, and they fired it into the top corner, so it felt a bit unfair really. It felt like I was really putting them under the cosh, but they had one shot and in it went. But I've been having bad luck with the impact engine all game, and look at that. Nice little pirouette from Wallace there. Not really what you want to happen when you go in for a tackle, but it had been happening all game, and we know how bad the impact engine is. But I was so thankful to have Bong on my team, because this is the kind of thing he can do. He just picks it up in his own half and just keeps going and going and going. People just can't stop him. It was only a last second block which managed to stop the shot there from him, but he picked that up from well inside his own half. Ajay Boateng from the corner headed it just wide, so the pressure kept on coming. I was 1-0 down, but I wasn't giving up. I was going to keep on shooting to try and get the equaliser to get me back into the game. So at half time I had 4 shots, 2 on target. They'd only had 1 and it went in, so they're being a bit lucky really after all that pressure from me. And then straight from the kickoff I came out straight away with a great effort. Sobby getting tackled, but a fantastic pass to Bong, who fired it in, but unfortunately he was offside. But that was an absolute peach of a pass from Sobby, and look at that, half a yard offside, but that would have been a great goal to get. Carried on the pressure, Wallace down the wing, crossed it in, and Pender rose highest, but it was saved by the keeper. But not long after, we finally got the breakthrough. Bong twisting and turning, dodging past the defender and firing it into the top corner. And finally, after all that pressure and all those attempts on goal, I had finally got the equaliser. He is so hard to stop when he's doing this, because he has that fantastic acceleration that means that he can just get off the mark so quickly and the defenders could not stop him. 9 goals in the league now, and he's doing really well, as you guys know. So I wasn't happy with that. I wanted to get another, and Ajay Boateng straight through on goal. Good stop, but again he was offside, but this one was even closer than the one with Bong. And if you have a look at the defender nearest the camera when the ball is played, Ajay Boateng actually looks onside. It was very, very close. Bolton resorted to playing long balls into the box. Bit of a dramatic save that from Doherty, but it was almost an own goal actually for my player. But I had one last chance in injury time. Bong trying to play it through to Paula, and it was unfortunately blocked. If that had got through, I was sure I would have scored. But that was all there was time for, and when the final whistle blew, all my players celebrated, and all the Bolton players looked pretty disconsolate for some reason. Not sure why, because it was a draw, but we went in with 8 shots and 5 on target, by far the most dominant team. but just couldn't get that extra goal. Bolton only had one shot in the entire game and in it went, so they were pretty lucky to end up with a draw. Some good performances from my players. From Wallace, Sobby was immense in midfield and Bong very good up front as usual, so some good stuff there, and we came away with a 1-1 draw when really we could have got a win. So after that hard fought game against Bolton, we have this one against Ipswich. They're not that close to me in the league, so I'm going to be just simming this one so I can get through the matches a little bit more quickly. So let's see how we do, and we win 1-0, which is good. Bong scored, but Robson did get sent off, and so did Tasaka, so that's not good. 2 red cards, but we got the result, which is the main thing. Right, up next, 2 scouting reports. First one is from Lee in Canada. We've got quite a lot of players this time. Ashtone Jackson Hamel, 58 to 78, definitely not. Ashtone Morgan, another Ashtone, 63 to 85, probably not, but when someone has a potential like that, I usually just leave them for another month just to see how they turn out, so we'll leave him for 1 more month. Then Caleb Haber, 60 to 80, nope, not high enough. Frazier Bernier, 57 to 77, definitely not. Marcel Crepeau, great name, probably not going to be good enough, but again, I might just leave him for 1 month just to see. And then finally, Marcel Gagnon Lapare, after 2 months, 60 to 78. Now he's narrowed down and he's not as good as he once looked, so I'm going to reject him as well. So 2 players there who we're going to have a look at for another month. Then we have our report from Demidov looking in England, and we have Ashley Adams, 50 to 70, turn him down. Christy Stockley, 57 to 79, also turning him down. Jamie Ibere, after 2 months, 59 to 77, another not very good player, turn him down. These reports have been terrible, haven't they? John Udumaga, 55 to 75, turn him down. And Scott Richards, after 2 months, 67 to 85, still kind of holding his potential, so he's looking okay. Nothing hugely special though, but he may be a useful player, so again, I think I'm going to leave him for 1 more month, just because it doesn't hurt to look at him a bit more. So wait for 1 more month, see how he turns out, and then make a decision on him. Okay, up next we have Charlton in the league. They're actually bottom of the league and we are in 4th, so there's a good opportunity to get a win against a low ranking team, keep pushing up the division, and yet we win 1-0. Apparently nothing really happened in that game, no substitutions, but whatever, we got the 1-0 win with Lodigan getting the goal. Okay, now it's time to have a look at how our players are growing. So you have Mark Doherty on 76 plus 1, David Brown 67 plus 4. A lot of his goalkeeper stats have now gone up plus 5, so there's a possibility that he could grow another point before the season's out. Liam Osborne 64 plus 2, he's grown 1, which is excellent. Emerick Boviger 66 plus 4. Paddy Malloy 60 plus 4, then Joe Hayes 58 plus 1. Brad Knight yet again hasn't grown, still on 64. And Hiroki Tasaka hasn't grown, and I'm getting kind of worried about that. No stat growth whatsoever. So hopefully he's not just stuck already. Mohamed Sobby 68 plus 3, and then Dylan Quinton 70 plus 3, James Smith 61 plus 1, and Andrew Robson 64 plus 4. Really nice growth there from him. Samuel Ajay Boateng 68 plus 1 has looked pretty effective so far in matches he's played in. Then Yuri Lodigan 66, he's grown, he's now up 4 points, really fantastic player he's looking now. Michael Pender 71 plus 3, and then Nicholas Abdel Hamid 66 plus 3, Frederick Mathis 62 plus 1, and Dimitri Garassi 66 plus 4, he has now grown a point as well. Some very good dribbling stats in there, something's going up plus 5 as well, which is good to see. Kelvin Bong, the main man, 71 plus 2, ball control's gone up 6 points, which is fantastic growth really. Then we have Jensen Bennett, the new striker, 67, hasn't grown yet, but his stats are growing nicely, so hopefully next month he'll grow up a point. Then we have a few real players in the mix, and then we're on to Darren Paulett, 77 plus 3, my best player by a little distance, with him and Doherty right up at the top. Then another couple of real players, and then we get to the loaned out players. So we have Angus Hickford 61, still hasn't grown. I'm probably going to have to get rid of him, I think, because he's just not growing at all. Curtis Simpson 52 plus 3, nice growth around, especially those physical stats like we thought might happen, so that's good to see. He's growing nicely all round really. Fidel Pimentel, another one I'm going to get rid of, 60, no points of growth at all. Then finally Mitsuharu Paulo Daniel 64 plus 3, so that is how our players are looking this month. So just before we finish, we're going to have a quick look at the youth squad, because some of our players have narrowed down now. So we have Danny Corrie 75 to 81, physically strong centre back. Then Keaton Nichols 72 to 78, attacking midfielder. So his position is narrowing down now, so we have a better idea of where he plays. Levette Goncalves, 71 to 75 potential fullback. And Martin de Witt, he is narrowed down as well, 73 to 79 central midfielder. And Michael Coyne, 74 to 80 physically strong striker. Looking forward to seeing him in action. And then finally, one before last, Ryan Green, 75 to 83 central midfielder, so his position is finally narrowed down. Before last month, I think he had left wing as one of his possible positions, as well as central mid, so he could have been all over the place. But he is 6'7". That's the big thing about him. No pun intended there. The big thing about him, he is 6'7" and in central midfield, so that is going to be so useful having a giant like him in the middle of midfield. And then finally, Shuttleworth Vitanen, 71 to 75 attacking midfielder. So that is how our youth squad is looking this month. Okay, that's all I've got time for today, guys, so thank you very much for watching. Like I said earlier, make sure you check out the newsletter if you have a chance, and sign up for that. All you got to do is go to FIFAScoutingTips.com. A box should come up, and there will be a box on the right hand side of the page as well for you to sign up. So I'll be doing all sorts of deals, and if I can, just pointing out good gaming stuff for you guys if you're interested. Also going to be rounding up all the articles and videos I do in that week, so you don't miss out on anything, so it's worth doing. So yeah, make sure you sign up for that. The Scouting Gold contest ends at the end of the month, and it is on best 16-year-old players. So if you found a fantastic 16-year-old player in your scouting missions, make sure you take a picture of them when they're in the academy or just after they've been promoted. So none of their stats have grown, just to sort of keep it fair for all the other people entering. Take a picture of them, send it over to @FIFA Scouting on Twitter using the hashtag ScoutingGod, or you can send it over to Facebook, which is facebook.com/FIFA Scouting Tips, or you can leave a link to the image in the comments below, or you can submit it on FIFAScoutingTips.com. However you want to do it. That ends at the end of the month, so time is running out, so make sure you enter that soon. Keep all your comments and suggestions coming. I'm always open to those and to improving all my videos, so keep that going. Leave a like as well if you enjoyed this video, and thanks for watching. Good opportunity, but again, another massive Bong hit after the last game. Bong getting a huge elbow in the face there. I don't know what it is about him, but he seems to be a marked man.